Good evening and welcome to the news roundup for Thursday, the 11th of July. Before we get into the news, please remember to like this video, share your views in the comments, and share the video with your family and friends.
Reach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Now for the news in detail. Dancehall artist Ragan King was arrested in New York around 4:30 a.m. on Sunday, July 8th. He was slapped with a raft of weapon possession charges along with 5 other men. The entertainer, given name Matty Smith, was observed in the front passenger seat of a vehicle when it was stopped. Smith was allegedly found to be in possession of a loaded Palmetto State Armory 9mm firearm. Smith's charges include 5 counts of criminal possession of a weapon in the second degree for a loaded firearm, 1 count of criminal possession of a weapon in the third degree for an ammo clip, and 7 counts for a firearms ammunition feeding device and criminal possession of a weapon in the fourth degree. The driver of the vehicle was also reportedly hit with additional charges of a vehicle and license violation, false impersonation, and an illegal signal. According to New York State court records, Ragan King was arraigned and pleaded not guilty to the charges. An addendum on the docket notes that the appearance of Section 110 in front of the charge indicates it is an attempt to commit a crime. The 29-year-old artist is scheduled to appear in the Queens Supreme Criminal Court on Friday, July 12th. He is being represented by court-appointed attorney Mark B. Lakehind. The police have recovered the body of 20-year-old Albert Moncrief, who was washed away by floodwaters in Havana Arnett Gardens, St. Andrew, during the passage of Hurricane Beryl last week. The body was reportedly found about 10:45 a.m. in water on the outskirts of the Petrojam plant in Kingston, and was taken by the Marine Police to the Greenwich Farm fishing village, where its family members identified the body around 11:15 a.m. Moncrief, otherwise called Kalanji and Lala, was playing football with friends when the ball fell into a gully and he rushed to retrieve it and was washed away. 2 M16 rifles, 49 rounds of ammunition, and 2 tactical vests were seized in a targeted operation in Kings Valley, Grangeville, Westmoreland. No arrests were made and investigations are ongoing. The police urge the public to provide any information to help combat illegal firearms.
Between 3:30 and 6 p.m. today's date, the Westmoreland Police conducted a series of targeted operations at gangs, gangsters, and wanted men. During one of these operations within the Morgan's Bridge police area, these 2 high-powered rifles were recovered, along with 2 magazines and 49 rounds of ammunition. 2 level 3 ballistic vests were also recovered. But the police believe that these weapons and ballistic vests were recently used in incidents of crime within the Morgan's Bridge area, and that these weapons are part of the arsenal of the Kings Valley gang. The recovery of these weapons will surely put a dent in the gang activities within the space. The Westmoreland Police continues to work assiduously targeting gangs, gangsters, and wanted men in an effort to make the Westmoreland Division a safer place.
A car mart dealer was killed and 3 vehicles reportedly stolen from his home in Land Settlement, Manchester on Wednesday night, after he and his family were held at gunpoint. The deceased has been identified as Omar Powell. Police said that around 9:45 p.m., Powell, his partner, and his 15-year-old daughter were on their way home when 4 gunmen attacked them. They were reportedly abducted and taken into bushes, where they were tied up on a Boxside Hall Road. It is alleged that while being held at gunpoint, the family's home was ransacked. 3 cars, including a Mercedes-Benz and 2 Toyota Pro Boxes, were reportedly stolen by the gunmen. Police said an undetermined sum of money was also stolen. The attackers then killed Powell before escaping. His partner and daughter were found hours later around 2 a.m. and were taken to get medical attention. $200 million. That is the preliminary estimate of the damage done to the Hampton School in St. Elizabeth by Hurricane Beryl. Dr. Marvel Charlton Brown, the school's principal, made a revelation on Tuesday.
The formal estimates we hope to have by the end of the week. We have had assessors coming in already to get the estimate of damage, separate from the estimate of restoration. But just from our own approximation, we already see that we are looking at a bill that should be close to $200 million.
Dr. Charlton Brown said the damage to the school is extensive.
We would have lost the roof to our grade 7 block, the roof to our sixth form complex, the section covering a staff room, laboratories and classrooms. We have also lost the roof of the administrative building and the main staff room as well as the chapel.
The
we have
roof?
also lost sections
The roof of the staff room is gone?
Yes, the main staff room
Whoa.
and a smaller staff room located at the sixth form complex. The chapel is without a roof and one of our dormitories lost a section of its roof. The entire grade 7 block lost its roof.
Meanwhile, it will take US $2 million or Jamaican $310 million to get Monroe College back up and running after 31 of the 35 buildings on the school compound were damaged. Several buildings, including the principal's office, staff cottages, and the sixth form block lost roofs, windows, or doors. At the same time, furniture, solar panels, and the sections of the tennis court's fencing also suffered noticeable damage. A section of a perimeter wall to the back of the 168-year-old institution also collapsed. One of the suspects in Tuesday afternoon's triple murder in St. James, who surrendered to the police in Trelawney on Wednesday, reportedly wet himself after he was informed that he would be sent back to St. James to face his crimes. According to head of the St. James Police Division, Superintendent Aaron Samuels, 32-year-old John Roach turned himself in at the Falmouth police station yesterday. He was being pursued by operatives from the division, and at one point he allegedly engaged the police in a reported shootout before fleeing to the neighboring parish of Trelawney. Besides being a person of interest in Tuesday's triple murder, which involved 17-year-old student Jadon Verral Bennett, among the victims, the suspect is also wanted by the police in connection with other incidents. Prominent medical doctor Paul Robinson has been rearrested and charged with gang-related offenses. Dr. Robinson, who was out on bail for a previous charge of misprision of felony, was taken into custody on Monday evening. He is charged for his alleged involvement with the Klansman gang. On Dr. Robinson's last court appearance in May in the St. Catherine Parish Court, his bail was extended until July 26th. The allegations are that Dr. Robinson treated two members of the gang who are now incarcerated for gunshot wounds. It is alleged that Dr. Robinson also provided the gangsters with prescriptions in 2020. The 65-year-old medical practitioner was first arrested by the police in April at his office on Young Street in Spanish Town. He was subsequently released on station bail in the sum of $100,000. And that is it for your news roundup for today. We would appreciate you liking this video, leaving a comment, and sharing the video with your family and friends. Have a good evening and see you next time.